Let's see how to apply the two tools we saw in the previous model for the empathize phase, that are user persona and the empathy map. Try to use the personas tool to define your ideal user. Try to fill the fields in the framework. I will do the same, so after that you can download my personal version of the user personas and compare it with yours. Here we have my personal version of the user persona. I gave a name to my ideal user, that is Marco Bianchi, and I sketch it quickly. And then I define his demographic. He is 30 years old, is a software developer with a degree in engineering, and he is single. I describe his behaviors. Marco is passionate about technology and is proficient in using mobile applications. He lives alone and works remotely 3 days a week. He has a dog and engages in sport 3 times a week. And his needs and goals are that he wants to track his daily expenses, plan a budget, and monitor saving to achieve his goal of buying a house. He has tried other financial apps but found them complex to use. He wants an intuitive app that simplifies financial management without taking up too much time, with a clean and easy-to-use interface. Now that we define our ideal users, use the Empathy Map tool to define his experience. Try to fill the fields in the framework of the Empathy Map. I will do the same. You can download my personal version of the Empathy Map and compare it with yours. Here is my personal version. I try to empathize with Marco, try to understand or try to suppose what he said, what he did, what he thought, and what he felt using other apps. And what he said is that I thought this app would be simpler. I find it challenging to input information. The app notifications are interesting, especially in the ability to track goal and achievement. And what he did is to ignore informative emails and the initial tutorial for using the application. His thought is that it takes too much time to input information. It's not much different from using an Excel file. Remember that he is a software developer, so he knows very well how to use an Excel file. Perhaps it's more useful for those with simple goals than buying a house. Remember that his goal is to save money for buying a house, not for buying something cheaper. And what if failed is my data safe, or will they be used to target ads to me? Now we can add the pains and gains of our ideal user in the Empathy Map. Remember what I told you before, that I suggest you to complete the pains and the gains later in a discussion with the team. So before, you have to complete what the user said, what the user did, what the user thought, and what the user felt. And pay attention to contradiction. We thought that Marco's pains are that he's worried about the future, aims for stability to tackle challenges, and sees buying a house as a great investment for long-term security. But his gains are that he is aware of having a stable and long-lasting job, with opportunities for both economic and career growth. So what we learned here is that empathy is the ability to understand other people, their lives, their situation, their work, and solve problems for their perspective. Building empathy means meeting the users,